Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the shop. Show you what I got going on here today. What I've got set up for cutting these beams to length. So let's take a look. Almost a 700-pound piece here. This is what I got cut off to make the bases for the columns out of. So this is my setup for getting it in for the saw. I got my roller out here, and tractor, and sling. I started with it here in the middle and got it up on the roller and just kept working it. I got it balanced pretty close so I could get it where I could handle the end of it, get it in the saw. So now I got the back end of it supported here. Try and keep it from getting away too much till I get some weight off this thing. So you get slid in here a foot and then it'll be ready to cut. So let's get that done. Okay, so here we are cutting our 12-inch flat bars, put on the bottom of the column. One of the nice things about having a pretty good size saw is you can do something like this. I think when I put it in the other shop, I want to try and set it up. At one time they had a auxiliary table bolted on here on the side of this to stick out, and I think it'd be really handy to have, so you got more support and keep everything more square and do a better job cutting. I'm not sure exactly how square I am. I'm showing a little gap here, so I don't know if I'm kicked out on that end a little bit or if just this rear fence is not exactly perfect. I'm not sure. We'll find out, I guess, when we get it cut. Let's throw a square on it and see how close it is. Doesn't really matter, it's just a 4-plate, so this thing will be sawing for a little while. 12 by 3/4. Almost there. I figured you guys would like to see me drag this piece in here. Let's do the next one. Ride beam. If you don't have one of those roller stands, I highly recommend you get one if you do anything like this. They sure are handy. Alright. Alright. Let's see about drilling some holes. Okay, so we're multitasking pretty good here now. Making the last cut. Got that pile of steel over there in the floor. It's all been cut up. And at the same time, we're in here with the mill drilling our holes. That's a 7/8 bit we're punching through there. Flood coolant's the only thing that makes something like this possible, otherwise burn the bit up running that much down pressure on it. That's it. As you know, I moved the saw over here so I can get these long pieces in and out. And what I've got is I can get the loader down here, I can bring these beams up here, set them on my two material roller stands that I spent a bunch of time getting leveled so it'll be just right. So it'll roll into the saw and be level, because if it's not level it won't cut square. So we've got that done. That's why, let's see here. This beam's over. I think they're close to, well, they're about 1,000 pounds. Roughly, and with these stands they can move them one-handed. See the vice grips down there, that's my parking brake, so they'll hit the stand and keep this from still rolling and coming off the end, because that would be disastrous. Everything would go all to pieces if this come off these rollers. So this is my old Palmgren stand. I bought this one, I don't know, at least 6 years ago, maybe a little longer. Show you a couple of differences here with this one versus the new one I just bought from Enco the other day, because I needed to do this job safely. So it makes it a whole lot easier than trying to get these in on one. The teeter-totter is pretty dangerous. So on this one here, this piece is cast and it's machined nice and square, and this pipe fits tight. And see, we're just about closed down, but not quite there. So it fits tight in there, and it's a nice smooth. That piece looked like it was ground originally, I think. And this stand works pretty good. Like I said, I've had it a while. Used it with the saw in the past, but these 25-foot beams, and they're a little longer, harder to deal with, so we had to get another one. So let's take a look at this other one. This other one here, the finish on the roller is not nearly as good. Still seems to work fine. This tube in the center appears to just be hot rolled that they plated over. It's got all kinds of pits and stuff in it. This piece is just a piece of DOM pipe. It's not cut straight. It's crooked on both ends. Had to straighten that. I had to put a bolt in here because the handle piece they've got has some of the worst threads I've probably ever seen. It wouldn't draw up tight enough to hold this from sliding down. It just keep closing up. So, unimpressed. The quality's certainly gone down on this. But anyway, it's getting the job done. So, you know, for $100 I can't complain, I don't guess. But I think I will anyway, because just don't like shoddy workmanship. And that's certainly pretty shoddy. I mean, this piece was, it's like a 1/4 inch out on each end. It's what it was before I chucked it up and turned them down. Here's this handle. See, we got all kinds of threads on here. So kind of starts out as a 60°, then turns into like an acme. It gets flat and jams up. Won't tighten up. Handle's made out of soft material. Try and tighten it up, it just smushes out, curves back. So it's a piece of crap. That's what you get. My cut line. Well, it's probably pretty close. Alright, so we got the Big Johnson cutting. It'll be in here working on this for a while, so while it's sawing, I'll finish grinding this off and start welding the plate on the end. Show you here. These are done already. Got the holes drilled in them, top and bottom. Cut the length. So these are pretty much ready to go in. So add them here. Been using the big Miller welder to do what it likes to do, and that's lay heavy bead after heavy bead. So it's doing a good job. There's that one there. It's painted over already. I like paint these before the dew gets on them at night. So we're getting them done. Yeah. Crane supports will be bolted right here with the top of them at 14 feet. So this will be the header beam that the crane sits on will sit here, and then all the crane itself sits between here and here, and then the tie posts go across the top. Brace this so it can't push out or in, and makes it a rigid setup. So Bailey shows up to show his approval. Say hi, Bailey. Say hi to your fans. Bailey. Good boy.